So this is Netherdeep 5, the Jewel of Hope. You have just stepped through a teleportation circle from Bazzoxan and arrived here in Ankarel. Let's do some quick introductions of characters as you're stepping through. Kervroth, tell us about your guy.
So Kervroth is a Drakenborn energy wizard. Since the last adventure, he's had the opportunity to study his spells a little bit more and has mastered a couple new spells. Counter spell, or in his case, reversing time to undo a spell that's been cast by somebody else, and Dimension Door, where he twists the space-time continuum to go to from one point to another.
Reginald is a one-armed flesh golem with a teetering faith in Luxon, and since our last visit, he's kind of figured out how to, when people run away in fear from his awesomeness, he's found a way to stop them and then get really close.
We'll do Zavar next.
Yes, Zavar is a knowledge cleric of the Luxon, a drow as well, and since he's gotten a bit of time in prayer and contemplation, and he's learned how to both distort the prior knowledge of others and cast out his senses further.
Nice. So you all are stepping through the portal with Prolix and Question. Prolix being a member of the Allegiance of Allsight, and Question being a member of the Cobalt Soul. Prolix there, and Question. And Dave, are you back on yet? You have the map of Ankarel here, and this is how you arrive. The chilly air and gloomy clouds that are all around Bazzoxan disappear from your view and are replaced by dry heat and a brilliant blue sky, visible through the arched windows of a magnificent building with walls of white marble. Beneath your feet is a teleportation circle from which the glow of magic is slowly subsiding.
So I just looked up Cobalt Soul, and I realized I didn't realize this. For some reason I thought they were allied with the Cerberus Assembly.
Yeah.
And at least according to the Critical Role wiki, they are rivals of the Cerberus Assembly. So I retroactively am in agreement with our choice on who we are going to support.
Or
They have a tenuous alliance. They're like technically friends.
Or is it that you were just trying to spy on them?
Well, I mean, you don't know what Kervroth's motivations are.
Yeah, no one knows.
Everybody's name's in the book.
Hey, Shane Jan. Hey, David Jan.
Can you hear me now? There we go.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. Tell us about Calmir.
Calmir grew up on the Menagerie Coast, where he got into sailing. It was a fairly natural calling, as he is a water genasi and quite familiar with the water. He is a swashbuckler who has recently been training with the Aurora Watch, becoming more and more of a true fighter. Recently becoming a battle master and picking up several maneuvers that he's learned from these well-trained Jorhasi and Aurora Watch guards. So
good deal. Veldrin, are you with us, Dave? Dave's still fighting to get the technology working. So you guys arrive here in Ankarel during the bright heat of the day. You come into a place that is called the Crystal Chateau, and you'll see there's like brief descriptions of various parts of the city over here. Crystal Chateau is an elite university in the Sigil district of the city, and it's the headquarters of the Allegiance of Allsight. It's an immense structure of smoky quartz and white marble. The Crystal Chateau is a major landmark in Sigil. There's a small stream that winds through the gardens around the building before flowing under an opening into the main, where the bubbling sound of its water is said to help inspire the highest of thoughts. A white iron fence closes off the premises to all except members of the Allegiance of Allsight, and you are there. Prolix, the tiefling, he asks, would you be comfortable meeting with one of my superiors?
Are we outside right now?
Yeah. Well, you're actually in a little teleportation circle. Let me show you what it looks like. So you arrived at the streets of the Sigil district. Map of that. And this is actually the pagoda that you arrived at. Your teleportation circle centered there.
Oh, cool.
This is the Crystal Chateau. And Prolix, the tiefling, asks if you'd like to meet with one of his superiors.
Sure.
I'd be fine with that.
Absolutely.
Okay, yes, come with me. Question is also present. She thanks Prolix. Thank you so much for helping me, she says, and helping me to get back to Ankarel. She looks to you all now. I must inform my superiors at the Library of the Cobalt Soul about the loss of my expedition and about your involvement in Bazzoxan. Only good things, I assure you.
You don't have to.
Well, I must. You'll be called upon
We
in a
all
few
have
days'
to-
time, and here's a stone that you can receive a message on if you're interested in maybe joining the Cobalt Soul. And she gives you guys a stone. It appears to be like a pair of sending stones. My superior is Iwo Zalar. He'll probably be contacting you through that stone and trying to maybe get you to come visit. She reaches into a satchel and pulls out a map of Ankarel, and that map looks pretty much like the map that you guys have, showing you all the various districts of Ankarel. This is so you can become familiar with your city during your stay here. Okay, I see a carriage coming by. I better get going. So she trots on down the street, grabs a carriage, and heads on toward the guided district, leaving you guys here at the Crystal Chateau to go meet with the superior of Prolix. Prolix leads you across the Sigil district. There's some well-watered green grass and beautiful fig trees here. The skyline of Ankarel is impressive. You look let's see here. You are in the Sigil district, which is here, and this is the Crystal Chateau, right? And you can see the Corellian Palace to the north and to the west. Beautiful spires of cobalt blue, lapis lazuli decorations all along the walls. And you see ships actually floating through the air, coming to and from the skyport that's here. The skyport being in the Sand Herald district, next to the Corellian Palace. So back to you guys in the Sigil district. You tear your gaze away from the wonders that is Ankarel, and Prolix leads you into a place that looks like it says the Terrace Schoolhouse, Teres. One of two universities, he says, that are run by the allegiance of all sight here in Ankarel. He guides you across the school's campus and into one of the administrative buildings. Leads you to a structure the size of a small house. The bottom half is brick that makes up many of the older buildings when you look all around in the place. But halfway up, the outside, the wall turns to delicate stonework as if someone had built a new floor on top of an old foundation. You see, that's pretty common here. This city must be very old. There's glittering spires of iron and crystal adorning the sloping roof, and silver lettering across the door reads Headmaster Alakritos. And Alakritos, you are somewhat surprised to find out, is a goblin. And he says, I'm pleased to see that Prolix has returned from Bazzoxan safely and has brought friends. Please, everyone sit down. And he begins to pour cups of tea for everyone. And he asks Prolix to report on what happened and leave nothing out. And so Prolix reports on everything he knows, which doesn't necessarily include everything you guys know.
What did he tell him about the device that he was studying that he was supposed to return to us after helping him with Alosian?
He does return it to you, or he did return it to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do we know what it was? I'm sorry.
I think it's some sort of artifact from Betrayer's Rise. I don't know if it's demonic in origin. I don't think it is, actually. It's probably, its origin has to do with some followers of the Betrayer gods. And I did not suss out if there's any evil inherent in the thing. So anyway, be cautious with what he says.
Oh, Kervroth will find any evil that's in it. Right, Kervroth?
That's right.
Why don't you tell us about what happened in Bazzoxan with you and Alosia? And as he says that, Prolix sits down, and Alakritos listens attentively.
So, did we decide we were going to, I know we decided we were going to ally with these people, but did we decide we were going to, full disclose, or?
Kervroth would be opposed to
obviously, yeah, we know
fully disclosing anything.
There's no harm in telling the truth, especially when we've done a good deed.
And I encourage you to tell me the truth at all times.
Good night. So we entered, which in and of itself was, problematic because we had to fight through these gloomstalkers, and immediately upon entering, we were assailed by unseen forces that was assaulting many of our minds, working through all kinds of nefarious traps and puzzles, and give them all the details of that. I mean, we eventually found like an altar to the Changebringer, and it was there that we had a bit of a vision. And then after the vision, we were attacked by Alosia and drove her off, and here we are.
Can you tell me this vision, what it was, what it said to you?
Sure.
You don't have to repeat it.
Yeah,
if you just say you're saying it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very hesitant, but we'll share it.
Okay. Zavar, you're paying attention to him as Kalmir is reciting the vision. And there's a spark of recognition in his eyes when Kalmir comes to the mention of the sunken city. So let's refresh your memory on what that sunken city vision.
Where we saw the red stuff, right?
All right. So it's near the end of the vision. As the voice trails off, Elixion turns to face you and falls to his knees in tears. Scenery shifts and the Forsaken Warrior is now underwater. This is when the spark of recognition was in his eyes. Amid the ruins of a sunken city, the crawling king spoke true, he mutters. All is futile, all has been forgotten, and I am lost in darkness. Please help me set it right. Alright, so, you want to say anything about that, Zavar, or share that with any of your comrades?
I mean, I'll share it all. But
How do you want to approach that?
oh, you mean share not the vision, but Alekritos's reactions?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep that to myself
Okay.
for the time being.
Okay. He says, well, this is very interesting. I'd love to know more, but all in good time. He holds up his hands and he says, I've already said more than I ought to a group of untested hopefuls, or shared as much as I should. I'll tell you this, Prolix can offer... You can stay with Prolix in his apartment for the night before you find your own way around the new city, and I will be in touch. So don't go too far, he says.
I have a question.
Oh,
Are you
yes.
employing us?
Can I pop a Channel Divinity read thoughts without everyone noticing I'm doing that?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, nice.
Are you sure you can't share anything more, Alekritos? This sunken city seems very interesting. What do you know about it?
All right, so he gets a 15 wisdom save to
You can make a
negate it.
15 wisdom save, yep.
Okay, Alekritos.
With his probably, plus 10 wisdom save or
Here's
something.
a
I don't
straight
know.
d20 roll. You
Plus
actually
10.
got him. And you can read his surface thoughts. And his surface thoughts are, is that sunken city the city below this town? Is it Kael'Mero? So he's thinking that there is a sunken city below Ankarel in Kael'Mero, and it might be the city that was in your vision.
Did Kalmir really name himself after a sunken city?
What's it called? What was the name of the city?
It's Kalmir. Oh,
That's kind of funny.
that's
Mhm.
fate.
How do you spell that, Tom? The city
The
one?
sunken
Not
city.
my name. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Kalmiro.
Do you... Okay, so you've mentioned everything you've seen. You probably shared that you had the jewel, right? He does ask to see the jewel. To your question, you asked Zavar. What did you ask exactly? I forgot to even pay attention.
I asked if he knew anything about the sunken city, or
Okay.
what it was.
Okay. He says, at that point, he says, I've said too much. You're untested hopefuls, and I can't share any more with you, but I'll be in touch. Kael'Mero is
We're the
spelled
ones that shared everything.
Kael'Mero is Cael space Morr. So you missing the E in your first part of your name. Keep close, because I'll be in touch, he says.
Are you employing us?
Maybe. If you prove your worth.
Oh, okay.
So, you're going to stay with Prolix tonight, find your own
Maybe.
lodgings tomorrow, and stay close, and I'll be in touch soon.
Be in touch before another offer comes through. That's a lot of people would like to know what we know.
Oh, also he says, yes, of course. Since you're carrying a vestige of divergence, I'm sure you'll draw a lot of attention.
And don't forget, all time is billable time, so no freebies.
Yeah, you're a man after my own heart.
Josh bills half his D&D games.
Research.
Okay.
All multitasking.
So, Prolix takes you to his quarters and gives you guys, extra blankets, extra pillows, sets you up for the night, and then doesn't have anything more to share with you. So the next morning, he suggests where there's some various inns in the city that you could go to and find a place to stay while you're in Ankarel. Let's see here. There is near the Sigil district. What do we got? Sigil district. In the River district is the Harried Mongoose. It's a tavern/inn. In the Circlet Walk, there's the Step Aside, which is another tavern/inn. If you go further afield than that, I don't know really any good places to stay. You'll have to explore on your own, he says. So, you part companies with Prolix in the morning, and he says, don't worry, the masters will find you wherever you decide to stay, and it's up to you to go explore. First day in Ank'Harel. Where would you like to go? Kervoth, you got any preferences?
Is there any kind of, do I know of any kind of, safe houses here or contacts that I could check in with?
You do not.
What about, is there like a Dwendalian Empire embassy here?
Maybe in the palace, but not that
I'll
you're
go-
aware of. You want to go check out the palace?
Yeah, I'll go see if
Okay.
that's...
Kalmir, what would you like to check out first?
Oh gosh. Well, Kalmir. Let's see the River District. Though I don't see a river around it. Is there an actual river in the River District?
Oh, you want to go explore?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to go to the River District.
Reginine, where you want to go?
I think I'm a little bit along for the ride, but I think if we pass any temples or anything like that, I'm a little bit curious. This is all, we might as well have landed on like the surface of Mars. This is so foreign to me.
So the guided district would be the place to go, and you'd have to travel through the River District, so I'll have you go with Kalmir for now.
Okay.
Nice.
Veldrin.
Get into some trouble.
Oh, and Veldrin, we haven't done your intro. So Dave, go ahead.
Veldrin is a drow who's lived many past lives and is finding some sort of source of rage in those past lives that he's learned that he can channel into fights now, and fragmented, time-lost spirits from his past come up during those rages to defend his allies.
All right, where does Veldrin want?
Veldrin wants to go. Speaking of getting in touch with your past, he's interested in going to the necropolis.
Okay, that's in the guided district, right? Should be, I think. Guided district.
Yeah.
Yep. Crossings of... okay. So you'll be going with Reginine and Kalmir. And then Zavar, where do you want to go?
First of all, Zavar's going to tell as many people as he can by being discreet about what he heard about Kalmero.
Oh, yeah.
And then he wants to head to the library, which I believe is the Temple of the Mentor in the guided district.
Okay, so you're all going to the guided district. We'll start with Kaervaroth. So Kaervaroth, the Cerulean Palace. The purple and blue spires of the Cerulean Palace reflect the sun's light off their edges like a sun-dappled water. The palace's ornate exterior is covered with glittering designs of lapis lazuli and turquoise with brass accents. Unless you have business here, it doesn't appear that anyone is allowed in past the guards that are guarding outside. The law here appears to be enforced by a city watch or city guard that go by the name of the Hands of Or. Asking about that a little bit, you find out that they're named after the ruler or the leader of this city, whose name is Jamon Sa, who is an ancient brass dragon who lives in the Cerulean Palace in the upper spires of the palace. And you find out that the worship of all prime deities is welcomed here. The worship of the betrayer gods, however, is not, and is punished on a case-by-case basis depending on the nature of the reverence. Anything else you'd like to do while you're there or find out?
Do they have, is there any Dwendalian Empire presence?
There is
in
not.
The palace?
No.
Okay. And do the guards know of anywhere within the city that may be frequented by expats of the Dwendalian Empire?
Although, there's a wealthy resort in the Sand Herald district named Lap of the Gods. If there's anyone wealthy from other continents, they may be there.
All right. Well, I'll go make my way there.
All right, Kalmir and crew, you're heading through the River District, and you find in the River District the Harry de Mongoose, a tavern. It looks like modest clientele. They also have rooms where you could stay. And you see that in the River District, the atmosphere here is permeated by the smell of wet earth. And most of the city's farming looks to be done here. There's strips of irrigated cropland intermingled with newer hydroponic farms. And in place of roads, canals connect the subdivisions of the district. In fact, people travel through this district, it looks like on boat, quite a bit as you get near the center. The center of the place looks to be a great big dome made out of glass, crowning the source of the water. All the water seems to be coming from that dome. So your friends are going to head off towards the guided district. You want to stay here in the River District and explore any areas?
Yeah, I'd like to. Well, one, I think, while we're all together, I'm going to say I think we should grab rooms at the Harried Mongoose. At the very least, keep rooms here. If we decide to have rooms someplace else, we can do so. Yeah, I'd like to explore here.
Yeah, you guys can definitely grab rooms. The Harried Mongoose is just basically a modest, so you won't be out too much gold staying here. And then while you're exploring the River District, Zavar and Veldrin and Reginine head off to the Guided District. The Guided District contains several houses of worship, with each of the prime deities represented. The architecture is more ornamental than in the other areas of the city. Many temples are adorned with intricate mosaics, crowned with minarets with gilded spires. There's various holy sites here, and the first one being gone to is the Crossings of Eventide, and that is Gift of Lactria on Kalmir. You have Gift of Lactria. So Veldrin is going to check out the Crossings of Eventide. So Veldrin, you come to this site, and there's over 200 feet tombs carved into the cliffs that border the Gilded guided district. There's reliefs depicting the most important deeds of the tomb's occupants adorning the spaces between the stone slabs that seal the graves. So you go there to pay your respects. Anything else you'd like to do there?
I don't suppose there's anybody I know from my past lives.
At the base of the cliff, there's a small temple. It is dedicated to the Matron of Death, it says. Do you have any training in religion?
I do not.
Okay, so you're not exactly sure who the Maiden of Death is here. You want to go in there and see?
Yes, I do.
All right. In Ankarel, it seems, and maybe this is the same for Marquette at large, this new continent you're on. The god of death and fate is perceived differently from how she's regarded in the lands of Waldemont, where you came from. There's no moniker of the Raven Queen, where she's known in your areas. Here, she's associated with twilight, inevitability, and the passage of time, and she presides over the transition between life and death. So you could certainly have run into someone from one of your past lives here. You can tell us who that might be and how you might know them. I'll give you a moment to think about that, and if you have, while we do Reginine. Reginine, where do you want to go to?
I think I'm looking for any semblance of the Luxon. I mean, is Luxon counted as one of the prime deities? Or is that more of a...
Kind of outside of that?
No.
Yeah.
It's a fake
Luxon's
deity.
a minor deity.
a fake deity? Even here.
and not well represented here, you don't see.
But there's no, like, secret, like it's sneaking into, you know how back in the day when, little mason symbols would end up on tombstones. Well, I guess they didn't really sneak it in, but
Or little
is there
fish
anything
symbols.
like that where I can...
Yeah, you could put some Luxon symbols. You just got to draw your best dodecahedron and then you'd be good.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. While you're doing that, you could follow Zavar, who's going to the Temple of the Mentor. Is that right?
Absolutely.
That is true.
Okay.
I feel like he needs protection.
On the way, I would like to pick up a parasol, because the desert sun is very harsh in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely. You can. After you pick up your parasol on the way to the Temple of the Mentor, you have to climb actually up a pretty steep incline. The guided district is elevated above the rest of the town of Ank'Harel. It's like they cut off the top of a mountain. The mountains are clay. There is a mountaintop cut off here. The Carillion Palace is actually perched up on a mountaintop, and the ridge is on a mountaintop as well. So anyway, you climb up to the top of the guided district, get your parasol out, and you head towards the Temple of the Mentor, which this picture depicts. And a ceramic mosaic of 3 open eyes framed in cobalt blue grounds the entrance to the Temple of the Mentor. It's dedicated to Ayun. The temple is more a library than a hall of worship.
Is this library open to the public?
Question might be in there. Well, you can go on in and find out. Let's see here. When you walk inside, you see shelves lining the walls of the sanctuary, all filled near to capacity with meticulously cataloged tomes and scrolls and periodicals, all available for public inspection. You see a staircase leading up from the sanctuary to the residents' apartments and the scriptorium, and up further to the quarters of the Cobalt Soul's higher-ranking members. There's stairs leading down from the sanctuary to a door that appears locked. So yeah, you're able to definitely peruse.
Great. I want to research Calmero.
You're doing that, and while you're doing that, I'll get back to you and tell you what you find. Reginine, did you follow Zavar, or did you have other plans?
Nope, I followed him.
Okay.
Like a protective golem.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to...
Yes.
So, Kirvath, you're going into the Sand Herald District, and that district is the center of military activity and law enforcement in Ank'Harel, and it houses the headquarters of the Hands of Ord, the military institution. There is a combat arena, there's a skyship port, there's the headquarters of the Hands of Ord, and there is the Lap of the Gods resort. And if you wanted to stay there, you'd have to pay a wealthy lifestyle, which I think is 4 gold a day.
Can I go in there and just kind of meander around? Like they have like a bar area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or poolside or something like that
Yeah.
I can go to?
You can.
That's what I would do. I'm not going to... I don't think I'm going to stay there. I'm going to, try to find the others and stay with them if I can. But for right now, I just want to go around and look around and see if there's any...
Okay.
kind of look around. And what I'm specifically looking for is anyone from the Dwendalian Empire.
So you can say you ran into someone from the Dwendalian Empire, and you can let me know who they are, what they're doing here, that kind of information.
Okay.
As you buy them drinks and share as your travels, and we'll get back to you on that. You're exploring the River District. You've already got rooms at the Harry de Mongoose, and in the River District, you have the Life Dome, Old Man Crux Bakery, steam gardens. What do you want to check out? Muted if you're talking, Shane.
All darn mute. Yeah, he being interested and drawn to water, he would like to check out the Life Dome and see what that's about, and then after head over to the steam gardens.
Okay. Looks like all the canals in the river district originate from the Life Dome. The structure is the center of celebration and a monument to the city's history. Its walls are made out of glass. There is no entrance unless you were to swim through one of the rivers, which you're certainly capable of doing.
Oh, jeez. Can I tell where the water's coming from? Is it coming from like an aquifer, or like?
There might be some sort of aquifer below the city.
I could
water's,
check it out, huh?
The water's bubbling up into the Life Dome from.
And there aren't any guards around or people or, I don't know, a tourist booth?
Yeah, there's no one there. No one guarding anything. You could swim right through one of the rivers into the Life Dome.
Ah, this is stupid. All right, I'll do it.
Coming into the Life Dome, I have a map of this too.
Oh, of course you do, because there's, obviously
Nothing bad should happen.
no encounters here.
No. This map is not really from the adventure, but I just kind of pieced something together. So here we are. Imagine the walls in the periphery are glass, not stone.
Oh, okay.
The black lines are bridges that span the aquifer to a height of about 10 feet above the aquifer at the center span of the bridges. The place appears to be filling up from below, just as you suspected. You can see the base as you're swimming by is basically silt. Go ahead and roll a wisdom perception check.
We got this. How about a 6?
Okay. The water is bubbling and gurgling up through the silt. Nothing out of place there, so there must be some sort of aquifer below. You are startled when you notice a gnome looking at you from above. A scholarly looking gnome. Are you new here? What's your name?
Cal's first gonna look a little sheepish and then put on like his roguish smile and come up to the top of the water and said, "Yeah, I am in fact here, just new here just today, and I had to see what this was all about." As
you come up to the surface and you share that with this gnome, the gnome says, "I'm Carlisle Krugen." You look about the place, and all around the periphery, it's like overgrown vegetation, and the glass walls come to a dome above the place, about 60 feet overhead, and there's all sorts of mist. The place is just super heavily, and Carlisle just chews your ear off. Wanted to chat about anything and everything. Where are you from? How do you get to town?
Cal would give him, the basics without going into a lot of detail. Menagerie coast, love of water, et cetera, et cetera. Try to figure out, pump him for a little information, like, where's this aqueduct from? And then one quick question, Zavar, did you tell us after the fact about the...
After we were alone, in our rooms.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so and then Cal's questioning it, the line of question he's pursuing is this a way down to this underground city? Just trying to ask.
So Carlisle doesn't seem to be too suspicious of you, don't think? He's asking questions that don't appear to be too digging about the Menagerie Coast and things like that. How do you swim so good? How do you breathe water? That kind of thing. Where do you come from? Were your parents like you? Things like that. And also all the while talking about and answering all the questions you have about this Life Dome. He tells you that this oasis is the primary source of fresh water in Ankarel. In fact, this is the reason why the city even exists, he says. The water, it originates from the flooded caverns below Ankarel. These caverns are also where Kael Morrow is located, he says. The Allegiance of Allsight, they've been investigating Kael Morrow. They have sent expeditions down below to the site. They think it's some sort of pre-calamity society that was built above the water originally, but then maybe destroyed. I think there is maybe natural tectonic shifting that caused the city to slip beneath the surface. But the fluctuation of the water levels here seems to defy explanation, so there might be something magical going on. But anyway, this dome, we regulate the water flow into the channels here by using a combination of enchantment and engineering. The dome dispenses water from the lake into the major canals, while also drawing extra moisture from the air to supplement the water flow that when necessary. This place normally functions automatically. I can override it if I need to, of course, to adjust the water levels up or down. And it just keeps going on and on and on like that.
That's awesome. Yeah. And Cal's genuinely interested in all of that, and then is going to kind of just briefly, is going to kind of just gently nudge him back to the Allegiance of Allsight and investigating Kael Morrow, and what does he know of the city, and what are they investigating down there, and are they good people?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm a member of them.
Oh.
I might have said too much. But anyway, they don't allow anyone else to go down there. So you'd have to become a member of the Allegiance before they let you go down there.
Well, we just talked to what was his name? Kratos shared a story.
He could
about
make you a member.
Oh,
you probably have to take on a couple missions for him first before he'd make you a full-fledged member. But once he does, and he's a good guy, I would trust him.
Good.
Once he does, though, you are good to go. You'd be able to go explore Calmero on your own.
That would be awesome. Any hints you can give me to get into his good graces? I've served on a lot of ships, and sometimes just finding out what the captain's favorite food is can get you to much easier shifts.
Well, he likes tea, and he especially likes, and he gives you a couple of brands of tea that he especially likes.
Perfect.
And he shares with you where in the town you can get them.
Awesome.
And then he just is going to keep chatting until you leave him.
Okay. Yeah. I'll eventually, I'll get as much information as I can, chat him up, and then eventually, I'll tell him I'll see him again, but I want to go check out this bathhouse. So.
All right. While you're doing that, we'll come back to Veldrin. Veldrin, you meet someone you've known before in a past life. You're muted if you're...
I do find a grave that stirs some memories, a tomb of somebody named Darha, who was a woman who from nobility that I had a great but brief romance with, for I was just a humble tailor, and her family did not approve, and then somehow she disappeared. I fled and eventually found my faith in Luxon.
And you think you found her tomb here?
Yes.
After making that discovery, where do you want to head?
Well, I guess I'll go see the waterfront.
The river district?
Or the river district.
Okay, you'll run into there. Zavar, you are researching. You find out in your researches of Kel, there is indeed the ruins of a city below Ankarel. You find out a little bit more about the history of Ankarel itself and how it came to be here by the city. You're in the middle of a vast desert from the things you read and the maps you find, and the city here is nestled among some clay-rich mountains. The place is built upon the ruins of an earlier civilization. And you've seen indicators of that in some of the buildings. This earlier civilization was founded by humans or elves and orcs. Here. Okay. The continent you find is scarred by a vast arid desert that you're in the middle of. This vast arid desert was created long ago when the betrayer god known as Grumsh, the Ruiner, struck a cataclysmic blow with a spear into Marquette's lush jungles, thus starting the desert. Within the desert is one of the greatest city-states known to the mortals of this age, the Ank'Harel, which is called the Jewel of Hope. Traders who needed to traverse the desert to sell their wares founded Ank'Harel around an oasis that was here, and they seem to have unknowingly located their new home above the sunken ruins of an elven city named Calmero, which was destroyed by Grumsh in the same spear thrust that laid waste to much of the continent. It was a former Marquesian metropolis. Its true name is lost to time. You can't find any books that really pinpoint what its name was, because really you can't find almost any records from before the calamity. Modern scholars call it Calmero. They also call it the Drowned City. The ruins are submerged in a vast underground cistern, part of the same body of water that feeds the oasis that gives life to this city. So that's what you find out in your studies about Calmero. It was an elven city that was destroyed by Grumsh, and Ankarel has sprung up.
All right, that's very interesting.
All right, about this time, you guys are all kind of reconvening. It's about, Kervoth, do you want to share with the group your spy information, or you want to keep that secret and just share it with me? We'll take that as your answer.
Sorry, I was muted. I'll whisper it to you. How do I whisper?
/W, space GM, space whatever you want to whisper. Do a test first, though, before you do a whole bunch of stuff. That works. Yep.
Tom.
Yeah.
One thing I don't know if we're supposed to do this out of game or not, but I mean, just for flavor, I would be, as we walk around, although I don't know we're within the right district, I would be looking for maybe a purveyor of armor. Maybe I don't know if we're supposed to do that between sessions or not, but I would.
You certainly can find armors around Ankarel. You are pointed to the ridge where the very best of the armors are. But before you get a chance to head there, you guys rejoin at lunch at the Mongoose, the harried Mongoose. And you're shown to your rooms. They just got cleaned. And when you get to your rooms, you find a note waiting for you. Note. Allegiance Hopefuls. It's addressed to.
Did you get that message, Tom?
Yeah. Okay, so the note says, Allegiance Hopefuls, we need you to pick up and deliver a marble figurine of an elephant that was stolen from us. We have located it at a curio shop called the Bone Garden in the Sun-Cut Bazaar, and arranged for the proprietor, Hirosha, to hand over the merchandise without a fuss. Simply bring the figurine to gatekeeper Rashid at the Crystal Chateau, and your task is complete. Welcome in advance to the team, Professor Limley Wist, Allegiance of All Sight. I'll type that in for you. Limley. And you're heading toward the Sun-Cut Bazaar to a place called Bone Garden, and a person named Hirosha to get a marble elephant and return it to the Crystal Chateau in the Sigil District. The mongoose is on this square. There's like a park in the center of the square here, and you're on the eastern side. So from there to the Sun-Cut Bazaar, you travel across the Sigil District and across the Ank'Harel District, and then into the Sun-Cut Bazaar. Do you want to do anything before you head that way?
Nope, not on my end.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, arriving in the Sun-Cut Bazaar after traveling for a couple hours, or an hour or so across the city, you come to crimson banners, hanging flags of all colors, and cloth drapery that provides shade over the crowded streets. This is the center of commerce in Ank'Harel. The Bone Garden is the purveyor of oddities and exceptionalities. The clatter of fishbone wind chimes announces your entrance into the Bone Garden. It's a combination pawn shop, antique store, and repository of strange and misplaced items. You arrive there and you see the woman, Hirosha. Hirosha is... Alright. The woman is a young woman who just looks at you when you walk in, doesn't say anything. There's a gray parrot that's sitting on her shoulder. She doesn't say a word, just looks at you as you walk.
Are you Hirosha?
The parrot says yes.
Are you Hirosha or is she Hirosha?
The young woman points to herself.
That's cool. Birds are cool. We've been sent to collect a marble elephant for the all site. It said, they said arrangements had been made.
She gestures to a small table nearby on which rests a marble elephant.
Anything we need to know about it before we grab it and go?
She shakes her head no.
Okay, well, thanks.
She nods and watches you take the elephant.
And if it's the right size, or if it's possible, Cal wants to stash it.
Gotcha.
So it's not visible as we walk back.
You mean keister it, I think is the technical term.
Here we are.
Not quite.
This is the Bone Garden, and Cal's going to take the elephant. So elephant's sitting on the table just to the southeast of you. No.
Can I do a quick insight
Southeast,
check to see if she's giving a tell or anything?
She is not giving any tells. So, put the rest of you guys where you want to be when Calmir grabs the marble elephant.
Totally normal, y'all. No worries.
I think I was probably looking at like wind chimes over here.
I would have been standing right next to Calmir, mugging the woman.
Be nice.
There's some people around. This will be the woman. She's got the dragonborn kind of mean mugging her. And Calmir, you touch this marble elephant, and as soon as you do, it immediately increases in size.
Okay.
Knocking over tables, breaking down the wall. And the thing, veins of red grow across it as it becomes bigger and bigger. And then by the time it's full size, the whole thing is blood red. There's like red tendrils coming off of it, kind of lashing at the air, and almost like they're sentient themselves, these tendrils. This thing's the size of a full-grown elephant by the time it finishes changing size like it does. And it knocks you, Calmir, back. You dodge, try to get out of its way before it crushes you against some other tables and such. So I need you to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw not to get crushed by a table.
I'm going to use my inspiration here as ending the adventure crushed by a giant red elephant does not sound amazing. All right.
Okay, you take 2d10 force damage. Let's see.
Can you help with that, Kervroth?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was...
Can you bend time or some such?
Yes, I can. I will chronal shift to reverse time to give you a chance to avoid that again.
Gotcha.
There we go.
You do. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Appreciate it, sir.
You bet. Absolutely.
Oh, man. Oh, it's going to be real bad.
It was hard for me to do it. It took a second because I was too busy laughing So apologies for that.
All right, Kervoth, you are first act.
All right, and this
I actually have a 25 for what it's worth.
Oh, okay. You were first act. Come here.
Wasn't fast enough to edit. Well, we have to try this, right? Why not? Let's do it. I'm gonna try to hit it with the booming blade with my rapier. So we'll do a rapier attack. Yeah. Cal is definitely on not doing great here. But with that, he's gonna get away. This is not the best situation.
Kervoth, your turn.
Back away from it.
All right. Kervoth will bonus action cast Misty Step to also get away from it. So Misty Step goes 30. Yeah. So 1, 2, Misty Step to right there, and then take a step back. And then for my action, let me see if this has to be against a person. Is this thing bigger than large?
It is. It's huge.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So that won't work. So instead, I will attempt to chill touch it. Here we go, chill. 24 for 13 necro.
You got it. For 13 necro, it appears to be wounded by the necro after Kervoth Veldrin.
Oh, this thing's got me mad.
Oh, Dave.
I fly into a rage.
When
Don't
Dave
you
says that,
endanger-
I truly believe it when he says that he's mad.
A 13 on the first is a miss. A 15 on the second is also a miss. Glances off the marble skin of this thing.
Normal.
After Veldrin, Reginine.
Reginine turns around, dropping the bone wind chime that he was thinking about purchasing with his measly money, points his glaive at the giant jello elephant, and as bonus action, I will vow amenity, not amenity, enmity. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. That which will give me advantage for 1 minute. It's within 10 feet. I will strike it with my glaive with my action as my first attack. 19 for 6.
19 hit.
Yes. I will twirl around in the air like a shogun, and I will strike again two-handed with my one-handed. 22 for 9.
9 more.
And I will stand there with my wind chime at my feet.
Okay. The elephant tries to gore Veldrin. 21 to hit you, Veldrin. 36 piercing.
Look at that damage roll.
As that thing would have impaled.
Wait a minute here. Do I still have that thingamagobby that gives me shield once?
I think you might have used it, but no.
Yes.
Battle Horizon back.
No,
you got it.
I have not used that, so I'm going to use that now.
Okay.
Wow.
Good timing. That gives you +5 to your armor class. And it actually stays till the start of your next turn. And it's now gone. So you take that off your list.
Okay.
And that blocks a 21. Gets you above 21. Yeah, you're 18 to start. Okay.
Does.
Then this elephant takes off, trampling over Veldrin. Reginine just provoked
Attack
from
of
you.
opportunity. 19 for 12, so it doesn't move.
Well played.
And
Why doesn't it move?
oh no, that's
Because
sentinel.
it doesn't want it to.
Wait,
Okay.
no. Wait.
You have something that can trigger. You can do your Relentless Avenger as a free action when you hit a creature
Oh,
with an
so I
opportunity
get
attack.
to I get to move
You
with
can move
it.
half your speed right now,
Okay.
and that half your
so-
speed won't.
Okay, so wherever it stops, I want to move within.
Well, you have
10
to do
feet
it
of-
now because it triggers when you hit. So you got to go now.
All right, I'm gonna move there.
Okay. Let's see. It's gone. 1, 2,
That's sorry, I thought I had
3,
sentinel.
6. Trumpeting as it goes down between the two walls here, knocking the stalls over. Everyone's running for their lives. This guy runs and dives under the boxes. Rorosha, she dives into her shop and hides. And Zavar, your turn.
All right, Zavar is going to wave his symbol, and oh wow, it's far away. That's fine. He's going to wave his symbol, and a bunch of dust coalesces into a small comet, and it's going to swing with a spiritual weapon
Okay.
for 12 to hit. Not
12
very
missed.
good. He's going to move up a bit in front of this guy, and he's also going to cast a Sacred Flame when I can find the button.
You
There we
got
go.
the elephant for 8 radiant damage. damage.
There, yep.
Okay, round is over. Kalmir, your turn.
Well, that's terrible. We're gonna go. All right, so we're gonna have to dash to get over here. So bonus action dash to get up next to it, and then we're gonna try the rapier again. See if we can make that work a little bit.
11 missed.
Yeah, I was thinking about, but all right. You know, I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Seems like the time, and let's see if we can do that again. We
You did exactly that again.
do that again. Need to be more careful what I ask for. All right. Shit. Well, yeah, I'm gonna move away from it.
Okay. Kevroth, your turn.
Kevroth is going to cast haste on Veldrin.
Make sure you get within 30 of them and then do it, yeah. Okay, Veldrin, you are hasted. And click that button so Veldrin knows what haste does. And then Veldrin, your turn.
In his fury, Veldrin charges up to the thing, goes reckless, and starts crashing his battle axe into it. 26
hit.
for 8.
Got it.
Ooh, 25 for 14.
Got it.
And then thanks to that haste, 17 for 7.
17 hit for 7. And I assume you got protectors on it. It has disadvantage attack creatures other than you.
Bring it on.
Veldrin's done. Reginine, your turn.
Right. Oops. Want to move?
If you're west of Veldrin, you're adjacent. Or if you're underneath the spiritual weapon, you're also adjacent.
All right. So there I'm at, and then I'm gonna glaive it. 20. So crit for 20 points of damage.
Hey.
And then I should put my hunter's mark on, but I didn't. And then I'm going to 23 for 12 points of damage.
Got it.
And that will be. Is it? Do I just see its derriere as it's running away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I move one more square toward it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can be in the same square as something two sizes bigger than you.
Yeah.
It's typical terrain. Did you have a movement to go that far?
I only had 5 feet.
I think you're already 25 feet, so you probably can't go any further.
Okay, so it's difficult.
It's difficult terrain to be in the same square as that creature. Yeah.
Roger.
Okay, this thing turns its attention to Veldrin, tries to gore your barbarian again. 22 to hit.
The better damage roll for you.
Yeah, better damage. 17 points of piercing Veldrin and 5 points of psychic.
That psychic is really a kick in the teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you resist the psychic, do you? Okay, the elephant's done. Zavar, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go for another swing of the spiritual comet.
Hit.
Great. And then I'm going to charge up a guiding bolt as the comet flares with white radiance and tries to sear the elephant.
Hit.
For 12.
Got it. Advantage on the next attack.
Indeed. That is my turn. I'm going to move it a little bit, actually. There we go.
Round's over. Kalmir, your turn.
Well, maybe that'll help. They'll move up. This time the rapier with advantage and the booming blade. There it is.
Ooh.
So he's going to put a little something extra. He's going to put the trip attack on that. So 5, 10, 13, 23, 31 points of damage.
31. The thing's stable, doesn't fall, but when you think you would be killing a normal creature, instead it shrinks back down to its figurine size.
Oh.
And so you have the marble figurine. It looks like...
Is it still all red and stuff? Or?
There's a little bit. There's a little trace of red. I'm going to draw it out. There's little, like, traces of red veins on it.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Did we recognize that red veiny looking stuff? Like from one of our visions?
If you read your visions, you can see some red stuff in the visions. Maybe that might be the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't
do I believe, as a wizard who went to the most prestigious school in Alexandria, that this is normal for this type of figurine to react that way? Like,
no, none of you think it was normal.
Okay, that's
way worse than normal. So yeah, Cal will pick it up, but with like a cloth, not touching it this time.
Okay.
And like put it in a pouch or a bag or whatever it'll fit in.
Does anybody have cure light wounds by chance?
Oh, is anyone hurt?
Well, Veldrin is.
Veldrin, get over here.
Well, so what I'm saying is I've got a scroll I want to get rid of because could you push your API and I will get it out of my inventory?
You should do your own spell because it's not going to be as good as ours.
So how do I do it from the...
There's look in your gear. There's a
S you did it.
Cure W.
Well, look at you.
Would you look at us?
All right. Veldrin, 8 hit points back as Reginine burns up his Cure Wounds scroll.
Thank goodness.
Excellent. Appreciate that.
And...
You're most welcome. The Luxon, that's a Luxon spell.
Rorosha seems genuinely startled and surprised that happened. She said she had touched it. Well, no, she doesn't say. She is nonverbal and doesn't communicate, but her eyes are wide. She communicates. Her eyes are wide, and she's surprised, and none of you sense that she's trying to trick you in any way.
Well, we might want to put her through some, just to be sure.
Yeah, is Marosha's store damaged?
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna hand her 10 gold to pay for it.
Oh, the parrot bites the gold coins just to make sure they're real, and she vigorously thanks you and shakes your hand.
Can I ask how much the
I'd
wind
be with you.
chimes are?
She indicates that you can take the wind chimes.
Oh, perfect. I'm adding that to my equipment.
You guys take
can,
the figurine.
Can you tell us who you got this from?
It was stolen, right? Let's see here.
Right.
That's what the guy claimed when he...
We need to pick up a delivery tomorrow figurine of an elephant that was stolen from us. We have located in a curio shop called the Bone Guard. Marosha gives you a description of kind of a nondescript who she doesn't know their name. They came and traded it for something else from her shop.
Had she seen them before?
No, you don't really have any leads about who they might be or why they brought it to her shop.
You should probably avoid doing business with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
she plans to.
Well,
Hey, you're ship captain.
just trying to promote myself however I can. All right, let's head back to. Let's head back to. Gosh, what's his name?
You're supposed to take it to
Alfredus?
Gatekeeper
Oh.
Rashid
Oh,
inside the
Gatekeeper
Crystal
Rashid.
Chateau. And when you do, you are thanked. You are told you can keep the figurine yourselves, but be cautious and careful with it as a reward for recovering it. So you can keep that figurine. And you are also met by Prolix. The bright-eyed tiefling says, as you might be aware, the Allegiance of Allsight is conducting a massive excavation project in the Sigil district. It's an effort to explore the ruins of Kael Mero, a much older city below Ank'Harel. The Allegiance has heard rumors of another entrance into Kael Mero that runs through the city's oasis. Would you please do us the favor of investigating these claims? I'm authorized to pay your group 300 gold pieces for your time and your trouble.
Absolutely.
Oasis is like the dome thing in the river district.
The Life Dome. That's right.
Yeah. Can you provide some water breathing potions or something?
I'm afraid I don't have any extra water breathing potions, but
Right.
we do have a member of our organization there, Carlisle Krugen, a gnome.
Yeah, nice guy.
Well, they're expecting you this afternoon, so if you can maybe clean up from your little altercation you had earlier with the elephant,
Do I
I'll be
not
waiting
look
for you.
resplendent?
That elephant seems something seems wrong with it. I would do
Yeah.
an identify on that before I did anything with it. If I were you.
Cool.
I'll cast Identify as a
If only I could muster 100 gold for that pearl.
You want to do identify,
Yeah, I'll cast Identify.
Kirvoth? You have the pearl.
I do, and then I'll buy another one replacement in the market.
Oh no, it doesn't use any yet.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's a one-time cost.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have a pearl. If not, can I go buy one in the market?
Sure, 100 gold.
All right, I'm gonna purchase a pearl. I thought you used that one up.
Okay. This elephant is basically just like a marble elephant. It's a figurine. It works like your figurine, your ebony fly figurine, where you throw it on the ground and it becomes an elephant. You do it once every 7 days. But this one has some sort of overpowering curse that makes the elephant uncontrollable and also triggers the elephant even when you don't want it triggered. So unless you can somehow negate that curse, it's a very dangerous thing to have around. You think if you can keep it from contacting any of you, you should be safe.
Kivroth, remind me to prepare remove curse next time, please.
Could you throw it into say a room with a bunch of enemies in it, and then have it grow up real big and attack them?
Yeah, but it's not controlable when it shifts. And
That's all right. Neither's a Rimmeraz, and yet that worked out really
so when
well.
you grab it to throw it, it might shift right then, or it might shift after you.
I think it's worth it.
So 7 days from now, you can try your theory out, see how it works. That's what you find out about the marble elephant. It's effectively a figurine of wondrous power marble elephant, if you can get rid of whatever it's cursing it. Okay, you were going to go to the Life Dome. So when you arrive at the Life Dome, is there anything special you want to do before you get there?
Only if everybody wants to wait for me to buy a new set of armor.
Let's do that right quick. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
we're not in a hurry. I mean,
Well,
Hey,
you'll be
hey,
in a
we're
hurry
playing-
for
we're
a suit
playing-
of armor, maybe.
We're playing Critical Role. I feel like we haven't had the opportunity to spend an entire session shopping yet.
I'm looking forward to Tom's armor voice.
Okay, yeah, you'll have to do that later because you're expected there this afternoon. So
Okay. I would like to stop and I don't know, grab him some kind of treat on the way. I don't know, a candy, a meat pie,
sounds good.
just something to be friendly.
Sounds good. Carlisle Krugen is standing outside the Life Dome when you arrive. He says, "I rarely get visitors now, twice in one day."
Indeed, friend.
Well, I've been told you were coming, and with friends. He holds aloft a thin shard of iridescent glowing quartz. And with a quiet hum, one of the dome's glass panels suddenly comes alight with blue and purple arcane runes, which then flicker and fade, leaving an opening. "Come on in, I'll give you the tour." So none of your friends have to go swimming through the channels. Inside the dome, it's humid, it's sweltering. The smell of damp earth is overpowering. You have the bridges. These bridges are made out of crystal. I don't think I described that before. So they're see-through, but it's over there, so you're close to it. They're see-through, but these black lines outline the crystal bridges across the aqueduct. The oasis is about 60 feet in diameter, roughly. The edges of the dome are lined with the vegetation. You notice as you're walking through the door and entering the place, and we'll say you come through the door. As you come through the door, you notice a cool breeze that seems out of place. It was brief and it's gone now, and you can't place where it was coming from exactly.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Normal.
So Carlisle shows you the oasis and says, "Okay, so I've been told that they think there's some sort of passageway here to Kalmoro. You guys are welcome to explore. I'll just stay out of your way." Basically,
Carlisle, isn't the entire thing flooded down there? I'm confused.
it's just a thick layer of silt at the bottom. There's no passageways that I know of any deeper.
Right.
But you're welcome to
Do
look.
you have like some kind of breathing equipment or something for my friends? Like,
I don't really.
Oh, okay, good.
I have a potion of water breathing, and Kalmir, you can breathe underwater, so you can bring 2 people.
What about this breeze? This seems like an important clue.
There's no breeze that you might not know of. The only person who knows of it is Zavar, unless Zavar shared it.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a potion of water breathing as well.
I started to learn how to cast the spell water breathing and then changed my mind.
So that means
If only you could go back in time.
I know, right?
Ooh, that's
So
harsh.
only one person is out because I don't breathe, so I don't need to.
Oh, I have a potion of water breathing. I can use my potion of water breathing.
Who needs one? You can have mine. I can loan it to you.
I'll just use my own.
I think we're all covered then.
Yeah.
How is that possible? The 2 of us don't need it.
Okay.
2 of us have potions, right?
So those of you who want to go into the water, I'm going to put you guys where you want to enter the water.
I was gonna cannonball off of the bridge up here.
Off the bridge up there, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone else put you guys where you want to be as Kalmir is going.
Totally. I've been in here before, guys. It's fine.
You coming from the bridge and jumping? Kervoth, are you jumping off the bridge?
Oh, no, I'm going to go down the steps.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the steps. I'm going to put you on the steps, Reginine. Put you on the bridge, Kalmir. Everyone else, where you want to be right when you enter the water?
Veldrin, do you want to go or should I?
Are we not all going?
Yeah, we can all
We're all
go.
going.
I thought we were missing one.
No, so I got a potion of water breathing, but I don't need it. So I can
okay.
give it to somebody. Yeah.
Well, then we're all going.
Okay.
I'll jump in too.
So 3 potions of water breathing, drunk, then ready to jump in. Okay.
I'm really cleaning out my.
Everyone roll initiative, please.
Just to see who gets the biggest splash.
Exactly.
That's it.
Should we roll a performance as well?
For acrobatics.
Everyone got their initiative rolled and ready?
I'm having a tough time changing it. Should I be able to do that?
Yeah, you can, but if anyone else is changing theirs at the same time, it might overwrite your change, so you might have to try again. Oh, you don't need to roll twice, David. I have it built in.
Oh, okay.
So 19, though, is what you rolled the first time, right? So you're good.
It is what I rolled the first time.
Yeah, your advantage is built in.
Nice.
And Shane, you can build in that D8 pretty easy.
Yeah, I just did so.
Awesome. Okay, so Veldrin and Kalmir both have a high initiative. Check here some stealth stuff. We got only a 14 and only a 19. So that means that there's just enough notice that Zavar can warn you. He feels the breeze again. Now let's see, what's your Kalmir? You are a 13?
Sounds right.
It was a 14. Okay, so the only person... Oh, and 2 people get at this right around the 2 drow. Zavar, you say, I feel the breeze again. Just fast enough for you and Veldrin to act. It's just to your west, Zavar, whatever it is. Some sort of creature is there to your west, coming at you to attack you. That's all you know for sure, Zavar. And only you and Veldrin are going to react to it this first round, so go ahead, Veldrin. There's a creature just west of Zavar that Zavar is pointing to.
Well, let's try this. Fairy fire.
Oh,
Draw where you even put that fairy fire for me.
Just west of Zavar, right?
Correct. It's 4 squares north to south. Where do you want the southernmost one to be?
Oh, that's east. Never mind. Not there.
There's a square. Oh, you got, so you should be able, I don't know if you drag that black. Do you want it there or do you want it there?
I'm not seeing anything.
You want it there or there or there? Oh, back one?
Yeah,
Okay.
back one.
Okay, got it. 1 dexterity saving throw to make. You rolled an 8 on the die. What's your DC?
Punishing
I think it's
10
only
DC.
10, yeah. Okay, whatever it was, dodged it. So he's
Figures.
not lit up. That was Veldrin. Finish your move where you want, Veldrin. You can take off the haste marker. Haste it anymore. Come here, you're surprised. Then this creature attacks Zavar with a slam. So an invisible creature, Zavar, tries to slam you. First attack on the slam is a 24 because you can't see it, for 12 bludgeoning.
Ouch.
Second smash is only a 15. So with that,
Is this to his west that
think you're
this is
still-
happening?
you're still drawing, Dave.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of him now.
Okay.
There we go.
This is coming from Zavar's west. So he's getting pummeled from his west, knocking him back towards his east. He was hit one time for 12 points bludgeoning. And then, Zavar, you feel the thing like fly over your head and to your east, but not provoking because you can't see it. You can now feel like the rush of wind go to the east, Kalmir. Zavar, you get act in this round.
I guess I'm going to draw upon my inherent heritage of the Luxon and use Fairy Fire again.
Okay. To the west or to the east? You know when east of you.
I think I felt it to the east, so I'll get it in this general area.
Okay. Or hit that button for me.
The Fairy Fire button?
Yeah, make sure you go off the draw tool.
Yep, just did that. It should be. Oh gosh.
Dexterity saving throw.
There it is.
Ooh, you got him this time. 9 on the save. So
Nice.
you light up a misty, elementalish type air creature, flying 10 feet above the water. So basically his base is the
What?
same base as the bridge that Kalmir's on.
And then I don't want to lose concentration, so I'm going to dive in the water and swim as deep as I can, I guess.
It is, okay, that's Zavar. And Kirvroth is done, or surprised. The second stock comes to attack Kalmir from the west, multi-attacking with a slam. 22 Kalmir for 11 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Second slam, 25 for 10 bludgeoning.
Yep.
And then Kalmir, it flies to the west from you, maybe 15, 20 feet away from you to the west. You can see the one lit up to the east. Reginald was surprised. The surprise round is over. Veldrin, your turn. So this one I got the purple dot on is Fairy Fired.
But it's over the water, so
10 feet above the water.
I don't have a practical way of getting to it. I will try and javelin it, I suppose. I see a big miss.
Yeah, an 11. It's not necessarily that hard to hit. You have advantage from the Fairy Fire, so a 14 actually hits it.
Okay.
So,
All right. So
seven
that's a
piercing.
hit for 9 and 7.
Oh, okay. And looks like the first one, it seems to resist that. So instead of taking 9, it only takes 4. And then the second one, instead of taking 7, it takes 3. After Veldrin, Kalmir, your turn.
Well, Kalmir is going to chuck a dagger at the one that is seeable. Jumps in the water with Zavar.
Okay, the lit up glowing one. So you can go diving into the water after Zavar. Let's see,
And how deep did you say the water was?
20 feet deep.
Oh, it's only 20 feet deep. Shit.
Yep.
Then is the opening to this place still open or no?
No, he closed it behind him.
Close upon it. Then Cal is instead gonna come down. Oops, come on. There we go.
Okay, so this thing goes under the water, down to attack Zavar. It does not have a swim speed. Therefore, these are attacks that you are, Zavar, at disadvantage. 10's miss and 16 for 6
Oh, no.
bludgeoning, Zavar. DC 10 concentration check. Okay, the Fairy Fire is still up. It's done. Your turn, Zavar. So
I
now,
don't like this thing right next to me.
now I'm going to put this thing's altitude at minus 15 feet. That's its base. So that means its top is actually only 5 feet below the surface of the water. So he's minus 15 feet.
Well, if I had Misty Step, I would use it, but I don't. So I'm just going to use Spiritual Weapon and a
26 with a spiritual weapon.
with advantage.
Is a hit for 5 force. Okay, and then dexterity saving throw for the spiritual weapon makes it save.
Herfroth is going to. Can I could chill touch through the water, can't I?
You can,
No
yep.
reason. And so this will be with advantage because it's fairy fired.
Yep.
So that's 27 for 6.
6, got it. After Kervroth, The second stock. You can feel the winds rushing toward you, Reginine, from the northwest. It closes on you, attacks you twice with 2 slams. 15 with the first, you dodge. 24, you get hit by for 11 bludgeoning, Reginine. And then the thing flies away to the northwest, maybe 15, 20 feet away from you.
And I don't get an opportunity attack?
No, so you can see it. It's done. Reginine, your turn.
What would a paladin do? I will bonus action spell with an M. Misty Step, because I don't care about my life. To here. Can I Misty Step under the water?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so I should have measured that first. I did that like 5 times. 5 feet under the water, I Misty
Okay.
Step. That's my bonus action, and then my primary action, I will just waylay on said spirit. And that's regular, right? Because I disadvantage because I'm underwater, but advantage because of the fairy fire.
Should be straight up unless you're using a weapon that works underwater.
No, it doesn't. I don't think.
Yeah,
9 for nothing.
Glaive's definitely not that.
Yeah, no. With the one-arm glaive, I don't even know. Like, do I sink when I swing? 20 for 8.
20 for 8, and that is a magical glaive. Okay, got it.
Just-
So,
that's
Zavar, I put your altitude at minus 20 feet. I got the elemental at minus 15 feet. Reginine, you can put your altitude at minus 5 feet. Keep track of that in the gray circle for your altitude, so we can always click on your token and look it up. Reginine's down there, rounds over. Veldrin, your turn.
Well, Veldrin is going to swim in and try and cleave that creature with his axe at disadvantage now. But who needs advantage?
It wouldn't be disadvantage. I mean, it would just be straight up, right? Since it's very fine.
Oh, yes, that is true. So a massive 6 damage.
Magical axe, that's full damage. That's a 23, that's a hit. 6 more damage. Damage is full. It's just disadvantage on the attack. And this is magical axe, so it won't be out. Okay.
Got it.
After Veldrin, Kalmir.
Kalmir's gonna swim over here, try to give him the booming blade with the rapier with 24, and he's going to put, that's probably not going to work the way he wants it to. So yeah, he'll do 22 points of damage to it.
Okay. That guy was 15 feet underwater, so his head's 5 feet below. 15 magical
It's
piercing.
15. Yes, please.
Got it.
And Cal will keep going further down. And Cal's going to be here, but let's see, all the way at the bottom.
Stalker is going to try to attack Zavar. Is going to be at disadvantage on these 2. Miss, slam. 12 misses.
Very nice. The Comet's going to swing at the Stalker again, and then I'm going to use another Sacred Flame. That goes pretty well.
18's a hit for 12 force. And then Sacred Flame, Dex save.
Oh, damn.
Got him again, or
Pretty
10
good.
radiant.
He would have taken three extra from the booming blade. I forgot to click it.
Thunder takes full. Okay. After Zavar.
Muted, move to there, and chill touch with advantage on it.
Yeah.
So that's 22 for 15.
Nice.
Got it. Okay, second Stalker. You can feel the wind rushing towards you, Kirvoth. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 50 feet. It takes it a dash to get to you. You feel the air rush through you as it moves towards your east side, but then it's staying adjacent to you. You think it's basically level with the ground here, and it's double move, so it's done. Reginine, your turn.
I wouldn't know what type of creature a stalker is now that I can see it, would I? Would I know if it is a, and I just lost it. Why would I know if it's a celestial, fiend, or undead?
You don't think it's any of those.
Done. So I'll just attack. 17 for 6.
17 hit. 6 points of magic slashing.
19 for 10.
Finished it.
And I will bonus action Misty Step again. Plus I have to come up 5 feet, so this is 25. So this is within range. So I'll just Misty Step next to my Bull Stalker friend.
That's into that round. Let's pause here and take a break. Okay, we're back. Top of round 4. Veldrin, your turn.
Oh, we're still getting our asses kicked.
Yeah. You got an invisible stalker just to the east of Keravroth. That's the
We
only
killed
enemy
the
you know
one.
of.
Well, then I shall run splashing to the water, and I think I can get there, even half movement, because I have 40 speed. And then I'm going to flail uselessly to the east of Keravroth.
I think that's 50 feet of movement to get there, so you'd have to dash.
Is it?
It's 5 squares.
Okay. Well, that's no fun, but so be it. Okay.
After Veldrin.
I don't know. He can definitely get there with the swimmings.
And back you up 1 square because it's
Oh,
just to your
bump.
southeast.
All right. Well, now that I know right where it is, I'm going to attack it with disadvantage. Booming blade, please. And rapier. Ooh, at 21.
Yeah,
Oh, 4, 7 plus 1, 8. Wow. Let's just go.
that's 8.
I can bare minimum. Bonus swim away.
After Kalmir is Zavar.
530. And then go down.
I'm gonna try and hit this thing with my spiritual weapon first.
Kalmir was 1 square below your spiritual weapon and attacking to the southeast. From your spiritual weapon's location, where do you want to attack? Or do you want to move your weapon first?
So, okay, attack to the southeast, right here,
From
right?
there? You got it. That's a hit. 5 points of force damage.
Bunk.
Excellent. And then I'm going to try and use a Sacred Flame in that same spot after I surface from the water.
Believe a sacred flame is a creature you can see.
Then I'm going to use a Guiding Bolt.
Go.
Ooh.
When I find... That's Guidance. That's Guiding Bolt.
14 to hit is a hit.
Very nice. That's 22.
2 radiant and advantage on the next attack. This thing's temporarily outlined until the next attack, basically. That's Zavar and Kervroth.
All right, Kervroth's going to breathe fire on it.
Okay.
13 fire. Thank you. I had a lot to do with it. And then I'm going to bonus action Misty Step away.
After Kervroth, the Stalker's turn. It's going to attack Veldrin. Multi-attack and slam. Both miss Veldrin. And then
Is he still there?
you can barely see an outline from Zavar's guiding bolt, so you have advantage on attacking it. But that might just make it straight up.
All right. Bonus action Hunter's Mark. So now I can see it,
No,
right?
You can't actually see him.
So I can't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Zavar grants you advantage. He doesn't really make it visible.
I was like, ooh, now I can see him, but I guess I don't. I won't bonus action. I'll just glaive him. 18 for 12.
Hit.
10 for 6.
10 on the second one is a miss.
And I'll stay exactly where I'm at.
Okay, after Reg 9, rounds over. Veldrin, your turn.
So we've determined it's right to my east.
Last time, yep.
Well, let's have a go. Take that.
20's a hit.
Nice.
5 damage.
Got it. 12 is a miss. After Veldrin, come here. Back up 1, come here.
Oh, yep, sorry. I just dropped it wrong. Oh, well, 1 misses, though. I'll go back.
After come here, Zavar.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and attack the same spot. And I'm going to swim. Actually, no, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to climb up on this bridge, though.
After you probably can't climb to the bridge. It's 10 feet above the water. So you can swim towards the steps.
Well, then I'll get to the shore.
There you go. And every square is difficult terrain, so you probably only move 3 squares. Kalmir. Zavar just went. A 16 hit Zavar. That actually hits with your spiritual weapon.
Great.
9 force. Got it.
Nice.
And then Kervroth, your turn. 18 hit for 10 points of necrotic. And then the stocks. Attacking Veldrin again. Multi-attacking. Slam attack 1 is a 19 Veldrin for 10 bludgeoning.
Ow.
Slam attack 2 is a 15, which misses you. Stalker's done. Reg 9, your turn.
Blind fighting. Literally blind fighting. I have no idea where he's at. 14 for 13.
14 hit. 14 damaged him.
21 for 9.
That finished him.
Woohoo! Frosty mug.
The stalkers are destroyed. Coming back behind you, Kervroth and Zavar, is Carlisle, the gnome.
Are you
who
okay,
is
Carlisle?
Shaking a little bit. I'm not okay. That thing must have come through when I opened the door. The summoner of these things is associated with either the consortium of the Vermilion Dream or the Sentinels of Memory. Neither one of these factions wants anything to do with Calmero. Maybe more correctly, doesn't want the Allegiance of Allsight to have anything to do with Calmero. I think
Did you say the Sentries of Memory? Who are they?
Yeah, the Sentries of Memory. Well, their headquarters is the Tower of Memory in the Guided District, and there's an old elf there, former cleric of Ioun, who is their leader. His name is Watcher Trast, and he founded the Sentinels, and he maintains control over them to this day. They're allied with the consortium of Vermilion Dreams, and they oppose us, the Allegiance of Allsight. They are fanatical. They believe the sunken city, some great ancient wonder, but a prison that must be kept sealed at all costs. And citing the lack of any recorded history about Calmero as proof that powerful forces wanted to expunge the city from memory, they are willing to do whatever it takes to ensure no one speaks of that ill-fated city ever again. They oppose our excavation at every turn. I'm sure they must have had something to do with it. If not, the Vermilion Dream, who I think want to take over our excavation.
I mean, are they really wrong?
Yes.
I mean, it definitely checks out, or could check out.
I don't know. I tend to think that knowledge is never wrong.
All right, let's. How's everybody doing? Does anybody need the blessing of the Luxon? Calmir, how you doing?
I could use a touch-up. Those first couple slams hurt like a son of a bitch.
But how about, all right, I'll gauge. I'll look at
Tavar's
him.
going to be praying while this is going on. He's going to pop a prayer of healing. That's what it's called.
Okay, why don't you wait till that's done before you do any of your own, Reginald?
Okay.
It might save you some trouble.
Okay.
It might.
Yeah, 17 hit points back to everyone.
Good lord, that's nice.
It's a good spell.
Excellent.
I'm
After
only
you,
down
fo-
like four
after you
now.
foil the ambush, you can return to the Crystal Chateau and tell them what you found. Oh, I'm sorry. You take the time to search carefully for this other entrance to Calmero, rumored to be here. You find no other entrance. Okay, so returning to the Crystal Chateau, Prolix asks you what happens. He pays you 300 gold, deeply apologizes for everything that happened. He also has a couple of items that could be of some use to you as like a form of recompense for your troubles. There is the suit of armor, he says. I don't know if it'll be of any use to you all. It's a suit of chainmail armor that he hands over. He says this thing will give you resistance to psychic damage. So,
Whoa.
armor of resistance to psychic. And let's see, you already have the figurine of the marble elephant. And he gives you 2 potions. He says this one is a potion of speed, and this is a potion of greater healing.
Oh shit.
So he gives you those 2. Returning to... Okay, while you're there talking to Prolix, the other headmaster of the Allegiance of Allsight comes in. This one's a little bit more dour than your goblin friend. He is James Cryan, and he's a human. He's got a long white beard, big bushy mustache. Oh, he might actually be half elven, or even elven. He's got giant ears. Yeah, James Cryan's actually an elf. And he says that due to your work that you've done, I would like to offer you a position in the Allegiance of Allsight, if you are interested.
Absolutely.
What does that entail?
Well, you each receive a badge. He presents badges for each of you.
Oh, I'm in.
This is proof of your membership. If you lose it, you'll have to get a new one on your own expense. There are 50 gold pieces each.
Wow.
You receive a stylish Allegiance of Allsight outfit. If it's lost or damaged, it'll cost you 10 to replace. You receive free lodging in Ankarel for as long as your membership lasts. Basically, they pay for your room at the Mongoose, He says, now this isn't something that we need you to do, but there is a mission. There's a individual named Adima Shemsilver, who's the owner of the Lux Run. They've asked for guards to guard the casino against a robbery that's rumored to be happening this night. If you accept the task, I can pay you what they offered up front, 250 gold. And they say they will pay you another 750, 500 of which will go to us and 250 to you, if you successfully defeat any theft attempt this evening. It's up to you. You don't need to do it to be part of the Allegiance.
We make more money if someone tries to break in and we stop them? Yeah.
Oh, well, then we'll make sure that happens.
He chuckles.
Tavar just sighs.
You guys have all heard of, or maybe some of you have heard of, many of you have already heard of Ankarel. Lux Run is a world-famous casino.
Why do they think tonight might be a target tonight?
You'll have to talk to them to see. I don't know exactly what their reasons are.
And about these air elemental, I don't know, invisible, whatever the hell they were that attacked us. Were you expecting that?
We had heard, and this came, I don't know from whom, that there might have been another entrance there. I'm suspicious that's not true, and that you were lured there, and someone was trying to stop you. I suspect the Vermilion Dream, or maybe Sentinels.
Well, they sound like they're 2 peas in a pod, so...
Mm-hmm. Although they don't really see eye to eye. If they ever succeed in their machinations against us, then they will have plenty of infighting of their own.
That's something to look forward to, I guess. Well, we can tell you that one of the members of the Vermilion Dream, Alosian, has already honestly tried to kill us once. So
yeah, I wouldn't expect that'll stop.
That's good. Good news. All right.
Keep your eyes out. He pats you on the back. So Lux Run, it's in the Sun Cut Bazaar. You can ask any local; they can point you the way there.
Yeah, we've got a map. We should be.
So
good.
Reggie, you still don't have enough time to change or get a new set of armor, but you can put on the chainmail armor. That give you resistance to psychic damage.
I'll leave it for somebody else. If anybody else use chainmail,
no, you're like the only one, I think. I mean, the rogue could, but then I think the armor class would go down, right? Maybe you might stay even.
I might. Let me take a look.
16. And you also have to have the strength for it. I think it's 13 strength.
Yeah, I don't have the strength for it. I mean, I could be. It would just slow me down, but because it's medium chain. I don't know. I'll look later. But why don't you take it for now?
Yeah,
you've been wanting armor all day, and it was just dropped into your lap. Feels like it was made for you.
Lux Run Casino. So this is a world-renowned casino Stands 3 stories tall, made of speckled red porphyry and topped with metallic domes. It's in the palatial Marquesian style, and when you arrive there after dark, there's a faint purplish light escaping from the slit-like windows of the casino, and the sounds of laughter and music carry into the nearby streets.
On our way there, I'm going to keep an eye out for anyone who looks like they would be the types that would accept some coin to attempt to rob a casino.
Gotcha. When you arrive, you're met there by the captain of security. They are Nadosi Ane, a half-orc veteran. She tells you, my intelligence reports say that at least 3 thieves will be working together to pull off this operation, and it begins at Sunday. It begins at midnight, because it's already after Sunday. Nadosi assumes, I assume the thieves will target. That's where most of our coins are stored each day. Let me show you the casino. So bear with me on the casino, because it's more like a modern casino.
Imagine it looks exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
The slot machines.
You come
They have
through,
airships, they have slot machines. Let's be
Exactly.
honest.
You come through the front doors here. You're met by the guard here. The guard takes you around the corner to this door here, which is the door into the coin vault. I assume the thieves will target the coin vault. This is where most of the earnings are stored each day. There's a magic lock, however, so I don't know how they'll get in.
Not hard. I mean, what if we just take the coins out now?
Well, we want to capture them.
Well, then you could capture them in an empty room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we'll take these back to the harried mongoose.
No, we'll
Keep
just
them
keep
safe.
the coins here.
Well,
She's starting to see
All
a
right.
flaw in hiring a thief to catch thieves.
it's okay.
The vault is sealed with a magical lock, she says. There are narrow chutes, each about 6 inches in diameter, extending from inside the vault to dispensers on the lower floors. Out here on the floor. Only casino employees can access these dispensers, though, which they must do before doling out winnings to the casino's patrons. I would like 2 of you to station yourselves outside the coin vault, while the rest patrol the casino's ground floor with me. Do you have a way to communicate with each other over distances?
Loud voice.
She hands each of you an earring.
Oh.
She says, you can use this for the night then. So these are earrings of message. So basically, we'll do a message spell for you. And they have limited charges. You can do 5 charges. So you can do 5 message spells with these earrings. I would like you to use force only if necessary and only of the non-lethal variety, please, she says.
Oh, if it comes to them stealing your money or lethal force, which one do you want me to do?
Let him take the money.
Well, fuck.
Oh,
All right.
bad for PR, I guess.
No wonder they're picking on you. I mean,
So the place is crowded already when you guys arrive, and it just gets more so as the night progresses. People filtering in after work and trying their hand at the casino games. Each floor of the casino, and there's multiple other floors, and the casino has other wings that aren't shown here. But each location is patrolled by 4 guards, so you guys can move your tokens in there.
Are we allowed inside the vault? Like the
No,
guards
out-
from the inside?
Only outside, please.
Oh.
Here you are. Let me put you guys where you want to be there. The vault is locked, and I don't plan to open it.
Is there any way that we can... The outside walls? Are the outside walls protected? Is the magic go all the way around, or is it just in the door?
Just on the door, but there's no... You could definitely station someone outside if you
All right, and all the chutes are in the same location on the floor?
No. There's basically one by each table.
and which one is the vault?
The vault is right here.
Right there. All right.
1 door in, 1 window, 1 security window to watch to make sure that no one's stealing anything in there.
Oh,
So
okay.
she requests 2 of you stand there, and the other 3,
I am super unperceptive, though.
Zavar is
Like
super
somebody is-
perceptive, so should be...
Zavar, you want to post up on that window, like right here, and you could see inside the vault, and it lets you see the floor.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you.
You're the. I mean, oh shit, you're the only one that's gonna notice anything. I'm gonna see if I can win some money.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to start walking around looking for shady people.
Okay.
Oh, look at it, big Kefron.
I'm going to just go next to... I'm trying to move my screen. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to move to the chute right here. Like, if I stand here, can I see all the chutes by all the tables?
Yeah, okay.
I'm watching the chute.
Okay. Kervroth, make a wisdom insight check, please.
I'm going to use. I'm going to chronomancy that one.
You don't know what you rolled.
Oh, I guess it's an insight, right? So, okay, fair enough. Sorry.
Okay, then Kamir, make a wisdom insight check.
And I've got Bubbles watching that corner outside.
Outside, okay. And then Reginine, make a wisdom perception check.
Wisdom insight.
Insight for
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all over this.
They hired the wrong people. Just saying.
Kamir, you know thieves can't, right?
Yes.
Okay. You catch 3 individuals flashing quick hand signs to each other. One of them is actually working one of the card tables. And
Oh, like an employee?
yeah, an employee. There's more commoners than I have shown here, but the one that's working the card table that gets up doesn't look like what I have drawn here.
Okay.
So she was like at the dealer's table.
Right.
She gets up. This is when we're gonna roll initiative. She gets up and starts moving.
And as soon as I see the thieves can't all send a message that the game is afoot, there's at least 3, and one of them's a dealer.
Are you able to identify which ones?
Message let us do. I thought it was a fairly short message, isn't it? But maybe I'm confused.
Like 25 words?
Okay, so you caught that, Kalmir, and you're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do if you have time to do the message or if you want to just follow. So she gets up to excuse herself and starts heading up these stairs. Do you want to let her go for a round while you do a message?
No, I'm gonna follow her.
You're gonna follow. Okay. Do you want to follow stealthily or obviously?
Oh, stealthily.
Make a stealth check. Dexterity stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
She gets up, moves to there. This looks to be an employees. So she's heading towards the employees' lounge. You're close on her tail, but having not been noticed by her. Do you want to let her go through the door and then follow, or do something else?
Shit. Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
Maybe they'll let me join them.
She goes to the door. You come. So it'll be kind of hard to go through the door without her noticing.
Right. No, I'll just.
You ready to go through? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of hold the door open.
Okay.
And as I'm coming up, I am gonna try to catch the eye of the guard over here.
Okay.
Like as I get obvious at the door, like I can't really stealth anymore.
Is it possible for, like, if I noticed Kalmir going that way to also go that way?
Everyone roll initiative, please. You guys both see Kalmir going.
Okay.
Jeez, Shane, you rolled a 1 and got a 22.
Well, I rolled a 1 on the D8, but yeah.
Yes, I know. It's
That's still awesome.
It's so funny when you see the red box around the 22.
Right. Wouldn't that be awesome to have like a plus,
Yeah.
plus 20 or 21 or something there? Yeah, that gift is super cool.
All right. Amir's followed the woman into the break room, held the door open. You guys see that happening. At the same time, a human stands up from their seat and starts berating a guard at the back of the room. So the human was sitting at this table back here and is now yelling at this guard. And that guard had been talking to someone who was just talking. So you guys, Regina, and you see those two back there with that guard, and now that guy's berating the guard, so basically making a big distraction, and everyone in the area is kind of looking at them. Kervoth, you see the same thing, but you also see Kalmir having gone through the door, and Regina, you saw Kalmir go. Kalmir, you get into this room to see that this dealer is reaching in to grab a vial to drink it down, it looks like, and that's where we start. And then Zavar, you see all of this, and you can warn Veldin that's coming down. So you think you have 3 perpetrators here, and then in the room. And Kervra, actually, let me sort this. First act is...
They don't need to go. They're
okay. Kalmir, you're first.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack them with the rapier and booming blade.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see, no one's around, so yep, I should get sneak attack. So yeah, let's see if it goes through.
Hit.
Yeah, 26, and we'll put that on it, and I'm gonna try to trip them. Where's that trip attack? There you go. So 3, 4, 10, 20 points of damage. I'll do non-lethal if it's gonna kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to make the strength save or be tripped, and they've got the booming blade on them. And I'm gonna tell them just put the vial down, like drop the vial, and I'll stop attacking you.
There's Kalmir.
And then I'm gonna step back and holler at the guard like, "We got trouble in here."
All right. The spy.
Oh, he looks cool. Ooh.
Let's go ahead and dash. Guard is basically caught surprised. 6, 5, 6. Not quite to you.
Well, that's
so
too bad.
Dashes to there.
That was the guard?
The spy.
Oh, the spy.
Draws
So
a
did
hand.
he go within 10 feet of me?
Yes, he did.
Paddle him?
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
You don't need to ask permission.
It's
Well,
consent.
Actually.
Yeah. So,
If you're asking, the answer is no. You don't want to get attacked.
9 non-lethal.
9? Got it. Okay.
I'll move to there.
He tumbles and rolls, takes the damage, and then gets close, draws the hand crossbow, multi-attack, and with 2 melee attacks, only 1 hand crossbow shot, critting Kalmir for 9 piercing damage.
Don't do that.
Spy's done. Kervoth, your turn.
So this barbarian over here, do I know if that's like one of the people?
He was berating the guard that the spy was distracting. The spy took off running, and he's coming your way next.
Well, then we're going to see if I can prevent that from happening. momentary stasis against him. I'm going to freeze him in place. I'm not going to freeze him in
Shakes that
place.
off.
F you. Okay. Take a couple steps back.
Then Veldrin.
All right, Veldrin will spring into action.
Like a cool spring.
He's got a dash there.
Veldrin dashes. All done?
Yep.
Zavar, your turn.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Sure can.
There we go. Okay. You know, Zavar's just gonna ready his action to. Actually, no. Zavar's gonna cast Spiritual Guardians as the little motes of light begin to flit around him, and he's gonna designate everyone as his allies except the 3 criminals.
That's really dangerous in a super crowded casino because you're pretty sure you won't catch everyone. There's more people than I have drawn. I don't know if so. There's this huge crowd of people, and for you to designate everyone.
Okay. Well, then I will just ready. Well, I'll stand right in front of the door.
Okay.
And I'll ready a suggestion spell.
Okay. You know that'll be triggered if you don't use it. Okay.
Yep.
Zar's done. Assassin. Assassin quaffs that potion, turns into gaseous form.
And a quick question. I don't know. They may have been prone. They didn't make their save on
I think I did.
the trip. Did they? Oh, they did. I'm
15,
so sorry.
yeah,
I missed
15.
it. But if they do move, they'll take the
Uh-huh.
booming blade damage in gaseous form.
On this form, your only method of movement is flying speed. Okay, so drinks that, flies through your guys' space.
It's 9 points of thunder. And then when it's in Veldrin's space, I'm going to attack it using my brace, which is kind of like Sentinel.
Go for it.
So
Try to get out of your way.
there we
He's
go.
in your space.
Technically, I think I would have had to do it when he was in Veldrin's space, but 24, 15 total.
Does brace add more, though?
Oh, it does.
believe
Thank
it
you.
does.
It is a new thing to me.
Creature you see moves into your reach. Weapon attack.
So 17.
Let's see here. On this form, resistance to non-magic, but it is magical, so
Yes, indeed.
7. Then he's in your space. I meant to say he's in your space because I moved him out of your space so you could act.
Oh, right.
Not that your attack. It's its turn. Reginine, your turn.
15 bonus action and Hunter's Mark on the one due west of me.
Got it.
There. And I will glaive. Non-lethal. 22 for 15.
Got it.
19 for 11.
You knock him out.
And then I
damn,
will
dude.
use 10 more of my movement to stand right on top of him.
He comes to here. He's down with the dash. Rounds over. Come here, your turn.
This guy here. That's gaseous. I'm gonna try to hit him with the booming blade with the rapier. Ooh, that is only a 12 though.
That is a miss.
Well, damn. All right, and I will move. I guess I will move right there.
After Kalmir, the spy is unconscious.
Oh.
Kirvroth, your turn.
I'm gonna have the owl fly in. Come help, buddy.
Sorry, I'm muted. I am going to. What's the little squiggly lines next to the assassin?
Gaseous form.
Oh, well, I don't think that should stop me from holding him in stasis. So, momentary stasis on the assassin.
Okay.
But,
Constitution saving throw. Has advantage on this one, but still is
not
held
enough.
stasis.
don't hit him if you can.
What? Why is that? Does it break
Because
it or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can hit him whether I want to or not.
I didn't
So
think
I will
you could.
cross arms with this barbarian.
You leap off the balcony, land next to the barbarian's ankles. Attack.
Swing the flat of my battle axe. 14.
14 hit.
For 11.
11, got it.
A meager 9.
9 missed. Zavar.
Okay, well, my readied spell is moot because it's my turn again. But I am going to turn over towards that gaseous form assassin, and I'm going to pop a 4th level Dispel Magic on the gaseous effect.
Oh shit!
Nice. I don't think it normally works
nice.
against potions, but I would say it does, and he's back in the
That's
normal form.
amazing.
So geometric symbols fly over the assassin, and it goes poof, and the assassin condenses again.
After Zavar. In stasis still. Reginine, your turn.
Yeah, now seeing the assassin come back, I'm going to bonus action move my Hunter's Mark to the assassin
Okay.
and glaive. I don't know which one. 25? I'll take the 25. For 7. Oh, for 8.
Got it.
And then 27 for all that. 8, 35.
Holy
Did
cow.
I do that right?
You knocked
I
him
didn't do that right.
unconscious.
22 plus 28. I don't know where I got 35.
You, 28 was enough too. Only had 24 left.
Nice.
What else, Reginine?
Yeah, I'm just going to stand there. I don't want to provoke from the
Okay.
barbarian.
The berserker goes berserk.
That's
Recklessly
it,
attacking. Does he have to attack you right now, Veldrin? Do you have a spirited? I don't think so. Great axe on Reginine. Okay,
Oh, I
attack.
didn't rage.
No. Okay, Reginine. 22 to hit you for 9 slashing.
Cal's gonna step to here and try to give him the rapier. Let's see, this is with advantage because they're reckless, right? So
Yep.
that with the
Yeah.
booming blade. Still only a 14 though.
Hit.
Oh wow. Put the booming blade on there. So good night. 1, 10, 16 points of damage.
Got it.
And then Cal's gonna move down here. Bonus action, second wind, and specifically check inside the vault to make sure everything's still there.
Everything looks safe.
Safe.
This time, Karavroth's just going to try to mind sliver the barbarian.
Reginine the Owl will assist you on the
You
barbarian.
got him. Unsafe.
I don't think you need it, but
Veldrin, your turn.
oh yeah, you don't.
Advantage on your attacks, Phil.
Take that. 25 for 8.
8. Got it.
Boom.
21 for 10.
Got it.
Good night.
Zavar, your turn.
Oh, he's taking a pounding.
Well, not a lot for me to do, I guess. I'm going to try and calm down the crowd.
Assassin is out. Reginine, your turn.
Bonus action, move my hunter's mark over. I will 21 for 10.
Still.
And sure, why not? I will expend one spell. I need to move this.
You actually have to say that before you tell me the damage, unfortunately.
Why do I do that? Okay.
Because otherwise you could do what you're just now doing. You see you don't quite kill him, you add the attack.
Oh, okay, fair
It
enough.
triggers on the hit, not on the damage.
23 plus. Oh, wait, I have to do it before I swing?
No, before you tell me the
or-
damage. Before you
Okay,
announce the damage out loud, you have to
Okay.
add all modifiers to the damage.
I'm trying to find where it is. Divine Smite, first level, so
You got
21.
He's out. And you guys have foiled the heist without any difficulty. The thieves are caught. Nadosi thanks you, pays you the agreed upon, even though we are loath to interact with the hands of Ord. We'll hand over the thieves for justice. You're welcome to keep anything they have on them, though.
We'll strip them clean.
Okay. You find on them, a bag of holding,
Wow.
Ooh.
a
Ooh.
Ah.
hat
Yeah.
of disguise,
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
dust of disappearance,
Oh, mm.
and a used potion vial. So yeah. Okay, so you return back.
I'm gonna take all their mundane stuff and just give it to the poor on the way
Gotcha.
back.
Right.
Before you head back, why don't you do any healing you want to do before you leave the casino? Before you go back.
I mean, I think we're pretty topped off, but, if you want something, then I guess I can.
You're also able to take a short rest if you just want to spend hit dice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I would love a short rest.
All right.
in the
Short
Sorry, I
rest
can
it is.
do a arcane recovery.
Yeah,
Short rest it is on your trip back to recover your reward.
No.
So you
Check the 6.
Oh, and I also get my breath weapon back. Get ready
Yeah,
for some more
that's-
fire, whether
Get all
it's a
those-
good idea or not.
It's always a good idea.
It is always good.
Man, that fighter stuff that all recovers on short rest is sure sexy.
Oh, I know. Kind of same with monk key points, right?
Yeah.
My God. I get used to, I play monk and I like, oh, all right, I'm going to start, and I play like a wizard. It's like everything's like, nope, long rest. It's like, no.
all right. So you're
Oh.
traveling through the city streets at night on your way home.
Ooh, it's dark. Oh, I have my drift globe up.
Nice. Your cracked drift
My
globe.
cracked.
Nice.
Sorry, my cracked drift globe.
You're correct.
You
Chloe.
notice a dark figure clumsily following you as you stroll through Ankarel.
Oh.
A single figure dressed in dark clothes clumsily following you. Trying to
So-
stay hidden, but you see him easily.
I would like to pop Divine Sense.
Oh, there you go.
Nothing triggers.
Cal's gonna hide and let the person
Go by.
go by and then just walk up behind him and say, "So, who are you looking for?"
He jumps up in the air, turns around, his dark hood of his dark cloak falls, and you see it's Prolix. Prolix the tiefling
Oh,
was trailing you
Prolix.
guys.
this is not good, my friend.
I know, it's not good. I think I've been set up. I think someone's trying to
Well.
frame me. Someone's trying to frame me for the attack on the Life Dome. The one that attacked you guys. You don't sense anything. I've already rolled
Did
it
you?
secretly.
Did
Oh,
you
thank you.
attack us?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Someone took my satchel as I was walking down the street. A thief. I just thought it was just a vagabond or something like that. Anyway, I reported the theft and then went about my business. Then a few hours ago, someone used a sending spell to tell me that my satchel had been found and it was on its way to the Crystal Chateau and that I should claim it at once. I was on my way to retrieve it when I found this. He starts rummaging through his pockets. He pulls out a silver ring. It's got a stripe of red metal. I think someone slipped it into my pocket. I
That's-
swear
that's
it's
what?
not mine. It looks like one of the magic items salvaged from Kale Morrow, but I can't be sure. You believe me, right?
Is he
Oh.
touching the ring with his bare hand?
He is, yeah.
Could you stop doing that? could put
Yeah, he puts it down. He
Yeah.
seems earnest. He seems desperate. You don't sense any kind of lying or anything. Whoever put this ring on me was probably planting stuff in my satchel too. And when it gets back to Crystal Chateau, I'm probably going to be in big trouble. I had nothing to do with the attack. I don't think I can return until we find out who's trying to set me up.
Yeah.
Do you think
And
you can help me?
Yeah, we can help you. The thing is, whoever planted this ring, if it came from Calmaro, then that means it's probably, someone that's part of the Allegiance.
No, that's not good. I have a friend.
Well,
Kaim is their name. They're a bookkeeper, and they manage the Omnival Library in the Sigil District. They have records of every item taken from Calmaro. If you can determine where the ring came from, maybe that'll lead you to the mastermind. Okay, so, of course, the library will be closed at this hour.
we could break in.
Stays at the library, so you could wake him, or you could break in and not wake him.
Well, I mean, why don't you come with us and we'll just wake him?
Okay, I'll go with you.
Or we could not wake him.
I mean, we might as well. I mean, if we were going to steal something, we should have robbed the casino vault, not some.
No, I'm just saying that we might be able to find information out without, letting them know that we're looking for it. In case we don't, in case, don't trust, you just don't trust anyone.
All right,
That's
so
what
you
we
get
really-
to the Omnival Library in the Sigil District. Would you like to sneak in and search, or wake up?
I'll sneak in, whatever.
I'm now wearing 2 chainmail shirts.
So, double disadvantage. It's a library, and it's packed with books. It'll take you some time to find it without help.
Let's just get help. I mean, if it's a
Okay.
problem, we can
I'll
kill
wake
it.
him up. Okay,
Yeah.
You wake him up with your friend Prolix there. He protests, but Prolix begs him to help, and he reluctantly agrees to help. He takes you to the library's archives, and he points you to several records. There's records of expeditions to Kael Moro, and in those records, there's inventories of expeditions, and there's only one mention of a ring, and it was from an expedition 2 months ago. And it was staffed by, it appears, 2 agents, Anbara Flintbreaker and Idris Lornet, and led by Professor Limley Wist. Limley Wist was the professor who signed the first letter you guys found. The log indicates that
The one that almost got us killed.
With the elephant, yeah. Can we research the elephant as well?
the log indicates that the group was accosted by a thief on its way back to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But mention of whether or not anything was stolen is not listed. That group of 3 people should have brought back a ring, the only mention of a ring in the records, and they were attacked.
We need to interrogate them forcefully.
Whoa.
There are documents confirming that the Sentinels of Memory are a new faction established at around the time Project to Explore the Sunken Ruins began. The documents assert that the Sentinels of Memory believe the so-called Under Temple, quote, Under Temple, is a prison meant to be kept sealed and forgotten. There's also some entries about something called Ruidium, R-U-I-D-I-U-M, Ruidium. It's a name coined by the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream to identify a reddish mineral found in the ruins of Kael Moro, and the extent of its properties are not yet known, but early reports say that the mineral produces red crystalline veins in other substances, such as inorganic and organic substances. Anything that remains in prolonged contact with it gains those veins. You notice a pattern to the records. Some of the expedition logs and inventories of recovered items have been redacted or left unfinished. Looking at those redacted and unfinished ones, many of them are expeditions led by Limley Wist.
Can we ask the librarian why they're...
Forceful interrogation.
You want to ask Kimmy?
Well, I just want to ask him, or he or she, why somebody would redact a log in the library,
I
right?
don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, isn't there a fine for defacing library books?
Well, these manuals are maintained by the expedition leaders. Each expedition leader fills them out.
If I hold... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you good.
I just want to hold it up light. That's all I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get some lemon juice, too, and rub it
for
on
the
and see if
for the redacted stuff. Yeah, you can get that. There's some like magic items that have been crossed out or blocked out.
Where can we find this lemon?
Probably at the Crystal Chateau. If you go to the Crystal Chateau, they should be able to direct you to them.
And the red elephant, does that come up under somebody?
You don't find a marble elephant, no. But it may be one of the redacted ones.
Well, let's go cut this guy's fingers off and see if he tells us anything.
So you've got
Love it.
3 people. You have Anbara and Idris. Those are the actual workers. And you have Professor Wist, who is the leader.
Well, let's check out Like, can borrow a flint breaker first? Like, let's work our way up and see if they can sell him out so that we can have leverage when we talk to him.
By this time, it's late at night. Do you want to turn in and see him in the morning?
Ooh,
You might not gain entry at night.
If we're not going to gain entry,
You can
might as
turn
well
in
get
and
a
get a
good
long
night's-
rest.
yeah, let's do an extended rest.
The next day, you guys an extended rest, you can increase all your stuff. The next day, the two agents from the expedition that recovered the ring, Anbara and Idris, two human acolytes in the Crystal Chateau. Anbara says, I have a vague recollection of being attacked. I don't remember exactly what happened. It's like someone hit us over the head. Idris says, yeah, same with me. I don't recall who it was or how they snuck up on us. Everyone make a wisdom insight check, please.
Liars. They're in league with devils.
Very nice.
Oh, shit.
He's probably got that because he's reading their minds, right?
Maybe.
They are not lying. Their claim of ignorance is not a lie, as far as you can.
Were they on the other expeditions with him?
They
That
were on some, yeah.
So what's the deal with the redacted items in the logs?
Oh, we don't fill out the logs.
Can you tell us some of the things that were found, and maybe we can fill in the missing pieces?
It's very strange. You're sure but there's also no good explanation for why they don't remember. It's like something's gone wrong with their memory.
Good.
Make a intelligence arcana check if you're trained.
I am not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would be.
Damn.
You think there's some sort of magic that's maybe erase some of their memory? A remove curse could restore it.
Well, hot damn.
We should come back tomorrow.
Well, Reginine reminded you to take remove curse.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been night yet.
Yeah, we
Yeah, you guys
took a
just had
sleep.
instead rest.
Well, then I haven't prepared.
There you go.
But do we want to use it on them or on the
Yes.
elephant?
I mean, the elephant will get it. I mean, we'll have it for a while.
Don't worry about the elephant. We need the
Oh.
elephant to throw into a room full of bad guys.
Once we find those cobalt soul, we'll throw it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, remove curse on these guys. And then
Okay.
let's go find their professor and interrogate the shit out of him.
Turns
Yeah, I'll
out,
splurge a remove curse.
turns out I got a mouse. No reason.
Just cause.
Just cause.
I thought it'd look cool.
So here we are. This is just like a wing of... So, Prolix is probably not there. Here are the two acolytes. They're sitting at a table in a little common area. There's a little kitchen to the right, fireplace to the left, some pillows to lounge on. They're both like reading books and scrolls on the table there when you guys come in to talk to them. And now you're getting ready to do the remove curse. Before you get the remove curse on, and Zavar, you can stand wherever you want to do when you want to do remove curse.
It's a touch spell.
Touch spell, okay, be next to him. Everyone else, put you guys where you want to be when Zavar goes to do the remove curse. And
Actually, good one up.
Kind of nosy.
one of the doors behind them opens, and a woman stands there. What is the meaning of this? She says. It looks like Limley Wist standing there.
Oh, good, you're here.
We have some questions for you.
What questions do you have?
Have you considered extending your car's warranty? Yeah. Well, I'd love to hear it. Let's go talk about it. Not around these peasants, right?
Stand back. So before you get within 10 feet of her, she tells you to stop. But if you keep going, you can.
No.
No? Okay. She seems like really perturbed that you're here.
Right.
Says, what is your question? These two need to get back to work.
No.
Is this the one? So I say to her, I'm not as smart as everybody else, but I think the question is, why are you stealing artifacts? Is that the question we were going to ask?
Right to it.
Did you say that out loud, Regina? Ever make a wisdom
awesome.
Actually, if you're trained in insight, make an insight check. If you're trained in perception, make a perception check.
And if you're not trained in either, just
Then
stand here.
just stand there.
Stand there and look pretty.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
16.
So, Calamir,
22.
you notice around Limley's right ring finger, some elevated red veins encircling the base of her finger as if a ring had been there and is not there now. Let's see what we got here. That's Calamir. Regina, with your 16 insight, you can sense her discomfort. You can notice a guarded expression in her eyes, terse undertone in her voice. Nothing beyond that. I did no such thing, and I will have you leave, and we can talk in front of the headmaster.
Yeah, we can ask him how long you've been working for Watcher Trust.
Please,
You can come with us.
I will meet you there, he says.
No.
You will accompany us one way or the other.
With that, she goes to cast a spell and roll initiative.
Sweet Jesus, what did you do?
Oh, fireball. No.
All right, she is moving to cast a spell, Calmir. and probably it's going to be offensive and or to escape. You're not sure which. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go stab her.
Okay, go for it.
It's just a good solution to this.
Answer to everything.
I provoke from the acolyte if the acolyte's going to do something about it.
Acolytes both look taken aback by what's going on. They're not sure who's friend, who's foe,
Alright.
so they don't take an attack opportunity.
So yeah, booming blade on her, please. Oh, that's a crit. And so we're going to do that and put the trip on it. So yeah, that's 13, 15, 23, 25, 30, 43, 50 points of damage.
Holy cow.
And
You take the
I'll make
mage.
that
You take the 40 hit point mage down to 0 with one blow. The two acolytes are coming rushing to her aid, so you guys are going to have to stop them. Anything else coming here?
Well, I'm going to step over her body.
Okay. You see your office beyond. That was Calmir. Kervoth. You would have sworn Kervoth. She was getting ready to cast a fly spell, but she was rudely interrupted by that. What do you want to do, Kervoth?
I'm going to tell these acolytes to stand down, and that they have been cursed, and we will remove the curse from them, and they will, know exactly how they've been betrayed by her.
Would you like to grant the next person to try and persuade them an advantage, or you want to try the one persuasion check yourself?
I'm going to try to persuade them myself so that I can use my forceful presence.
Okay.
So I have advantage on this.
You're so forceful.
So that's a 16.
All right. They stand in the face of your guys' assault. They, put up their hands peacefully and say, "Can we go?" You want to take them in front of the magistrate?
We're gonna.
we need
we're
to
gonna fix your
remove the
memories.
curse.
Yeah.
Remove curse?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
We're
With
fairly
you
certain
removing
you're-
curse, their memories restored. Restoring their memories or similar magic causes them to recall. They recall that Professor Whist led the group through a wrong turn to an area where they were accosted by an armed ruffian. They were knocked out in the ensuing scuffle, but they can't identify who cast the spell or wielded the weapon that incapacitated them. You want to drag them all in front of Alakritos?
After we search the place and take everything on her.
You find another potion or two. It's a potion of diminution.
Oh, yeah.
Makes you small.
Yep.
That is it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna take her badge of the allegiance
Okay.
of all sight.
All right. So you can present your findings in front of Alakritos.
Okay.
And Bara and Idris testify what they said in front of him. You ask them that. You have Limley there with a rapier, somehow whipped into submission, non-lethally. She doesn't really do anything to defend herself. In fact, when she comes to consciousness, she rails against Alakritos and the allegiance of all sight and says what they're doing is wrong. They're going to get this whole place destroyed. Prolix is a bane, always getting where he shouldn't be, and on and on. Alakritos gives you in total a pouch containing 50 platinum coins. He says this is a reward and thanks for capturing this spy within our ranks. You may keep the ring, which was in the satchel Prolix had the ring. Prolix gives you the ring to keep, and that is the end of the adventure. Your next mission is going to be maybe into Kalmar as agents of the Allegiance. But that's the end of this one. For treasure.
Very cool.
Seemed like we collected a lot of stuff on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. So we got armor resistance, chainmail, psychic,
And that's chainmail.
bag of holding, figurine of wondrous power. It's curse for now. Remove curse doesn't fix it. Something else is going to have to fix it. Add a disguise. Jewel of 3 pairs is a story item still. The ring is a ring of red fury. So what that ring does is you can breathe water while you wear it.
Oh, cool.
You gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed. As a bonus action, you can rage for a minute or until you're incapacitated, just like a barbarian, basically. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saves, just like a barbarian raging. When you hit with an attack, you can add your proficiency bonus to the damage roll. That's better than a barbarian because it's just any attack, and it's your proficiency bonus. Difficult terrain does not cost you extra movement. You're immune to paralyzed and restrained conditions.
Hey.
So, all in all, a pretty good ring. Although it's got that red ruidium around it, and you saw that around Limble's finger. So it might do something to you if you use it.
Yeah, don't be a pussy.
So everyone roll a straight d20, please. See what order we go in. Kervoth and Zavar, roll again, please. You got the R and the slash backwards.
Oh, yep.
There you go. Okay, Veldrin, what would you like to take?
Forgive me, can you review what they were again?
They're all right.
Oh, okay. That helps.
Oh, and next time will be level 8, so you can have 8 consumables, 4 permanents.
If we rebuild our characters, can we rebuild to the multiverse race, like racials?
Yeah.
Are you
But
rebuilding your character?
Well, I mean, he said we can rebuild, anytime we level, basically.
But are you changing your race?
I'm not
just
going to
gonna
change
take
my
the
race. I
potion
may
of
pick
speed.
up the new
Potion
stuff.
of
Nice.
Speed. Next is Kervroth.
I am going to continue with my figurine collection.
Zavar.
Take the figurine of Wonder Star.
Oh,
I'm gonna go for the
wait.
bag.
Before you go, Zavar, Kervroth, will that put you over 4 permanents?
Yes, it would. So I need to get rid of one.
Would
Is
you like
that
to
right?
drop one into the party treasure?
Yes. Well, maybe. Yeah, the rope of entanglement.
Okay, so there's another item available for everyone, Rope of Entanglement, which is I think it's rare, isn't it?
I don't recall.
Well, I can probably click on it in your character token. Rope of Entanglement.
It is rare.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's a rare one. Okay, your turn, Zavar.
I'm gonna grab the bag of holding.
And Reginine, your turn.
Veldrin, did you want the healing or the speed?
You wanted speed.
All right, I'll take the. Do I need to repick the Jewel of the Three Prayers?
No, that's yours until it becomes permanent.
All right, I will go to Potion of Healing Greater.
Okay, then Kamir, your turn. I'm copying you guys down there because you'll end up in multiple
yeah,
places. Did you do Ring of Red Fury? Is that what you did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you get to go again, Kamir.
Oh, shit. But we only get 4 permanents. I'm dropping my Goggles of Night if someone wants to pick them up.
Yeah.
And I don't really... And I don't think we have the Potion of Gaseous Form, right? Is that...
That is correct.
Because it was...
So it's consumed.
Right. So I will take the, I'll take the Dust of Disappearance.
And then Reginine.
I will take. Well, I'll pass, and unless somebody wants me to take a potion.
Zavar.
Is that armor not good for you?
I'm actually gonna go with Splint Mail between.
Can I abstain?
Yeah. Kervroth.
I don't want any more permanent magic items, do I? So I'll take a potion of diminution.
Okay. Veldrin.
I've got nothing else to take.
Anyone want anything else? Otherwise, they'll
We
all be
can have
down.
4
You can have 4,
permanents.
Yeah.
I think I only have 3.
You probably
So
only have
I
3.
will take the Rope of Entanglement. That sounds like
Nice.
lots of fun.
Then
Give it to you with my blessing.
anyone else want anything?
Is there any... is there
Calmir wanted
anything
the Head of Disguise.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at it. I'd have to drop a thing though. Well, I'll take it for now, and I may drop it. But
Is there
if
no
I
sweat?
drop it,
So
one's
what?
gonna take
No. Oh, never mind.
There it is.
that's amazing. Y'all.
And next time you'll be level 8, and your next mission is Double Agent. You're summoned to meet with the headmasters who want you to find a double agent who's undermining the Allegiance's activities in the ruins of Kale Moro, and you'll head into Kale Moro next time.
And just real quick, you sure none of y'all wanted the Ring of Red Fury that lets you breathe underwater? Well, whatever. We'll talk about it later. I can learn
Sounds
it out.
dangerous.
I'm going to take water breathing.
Okay. Yeah, water breathing might be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you're going underwater next adventure.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to have. It's all fun and games till Tom starts dispelling that shit.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Never.
Really?